What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another full card predictions for UFC Jacksonville. Josh Emmitt versus Ilia Topuria. It's a really good card. It's got some really low-key good fights on it. It's got some really good betting spots. I already have all 5 of my bets in. I've never felt this. I haven't felt this confident going into a card with my bets in a long time. No over-unders, no nothing. I just put in all these straight bets. I got one parlay. Really, really love them, man. Everybody, before we get into all this stuff, please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. Leave a comment, help out the algorithm, help my show grow, man. I'm trying to make this one of the biggest shows out there. My Patreon up and running, man. If you want all my content, if you want all my extra content, man, go to my Patreon. It's $10 a month. You help support my channel. You get my early picks. They already got all 5 of my bets. They've already had a couple of them for over a week now. We beat line movement every single week. You see it on my bets when I put them on Instagram and Twitter. I beat line movement every week. We've been winning. We're on a 4-week winning streak. We're about to be on 5. Like I said, I love the bets that I already have in here. We're going to get into that too. Everybody, real quick though, Layer Cake Discord. All this stuff, link to the Patreon is in the description. $10 a month. You're going to get my DraftKings. You're going to get my early picks. You're going to get my Layer Cake lineup. You're going to get my 10 best bets in order of confidence. I've hit probably 24 out of 29 or 25 out of 30 on my last 3 weeks, man. But yeah, Layer Cake Discord is free. I'm gonna put the link in the description for the Patreon and the Layer Cake Discord. Join the Layer Cake Discord. It's free. Go in there, hang out with the dudes, comment on the fight days, man. Post bets, post your bet slips, all kinds of cool stuff. It's a fun time. It really is, especially on fight nights. I've been out of town the last couple of weeks. I'll actually probably be out of town this week, but I'll be driving, so I'll be able to get on the Discord. But all right, man, let's do a quick recap of UFC what was it? UFC Vegas 75. And we'll do a quick recap of that. First off, I want to say me and Johnny K had a lot of talk about Marvin Vettori and Jared Cannonier's fight. We had a shoey bet on it, and we all seen what happened in that fight. So I have this message.
Suck you, Johnny K. Ha 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 ha.
So that was that. That was funny. That happened over the weekend is something we all seen, and that was hilarious. So I had to drop that. But all right, let's do a quick little recap of UFC Vegas 75. I went 3-3 for plus 1.65 units, which I'll take it, man. That was a tough card. A lot of people didn't win any units on that card. My 3 winning bets, I had Alessandro Costa plus 120. I had him in a parlay. Fight fell off, so it turned into a single bet. Then I had the Costa under 2.5, which was one of my favorite bets on the card, with the Lawrence over 2.5. That fight was no contest, so I ended up winning only 1.15 units on that. And then the biggest win of the night, I tried to tell everybody about this. I posted this on all kinds of stuff. Jared Cannonier by decision plus 5.8 units. That was the easiest bet ever. The hardest thing was just hoping that he didn't finish Marvin Vettori. Lucky Marvin Vettori has legendary heart and chin, because he took a beating, man. He took a real beating for my money, and I really appreciate that. Appreciate Johnny K putting up a bet. He's going to drink a beer out of a shoey on Thursday, so I'm liking that, 3 losing bets, man. I had a Maida by KO, terrible bet. He got out grappled and just worked. Second bet, Dennis Bondar minus 3 units. It's not like he's a complete fraud. He wasn't that bad. It's just that he should have started wrestling earlier once he started losing, some of the exchanges, and not showboat so much. But my third losing bet was the Kang over 2.5 with the Costa under 2.5. Costa covered. Kang didn't. Yeah, man, I didn't think he was going to finish Quinones like that, but Quinones came in hot, and thought he was just going to go out there and finish Kang, and he figured out that that is a veteran that you're not going to finish. So 3-3 plus 1.65 units. That's 4 winning weeks in a row. That brings my overall bet record to 237 and 170 for plus 90.1 units. Brings my 2023 record to 58 and 45 for plus 12.8 units. And we're going to add on to that this week, man. I really, like I said, I got 5 bets in already. There's no waiting for the line movement. There's no waiting for props to drop, nothing. 5 bets in, 4 straight bets, 1 parlay. I'm really loving it, man. I really am. So let's get right into this UFC on ABC, aka UFC Jacksonville. And first fight is going to be Zhalgus Zhumagulov versus Joshua Van. Zhalgus is 14-8, aka could be 17-5 if 3 of his split decisions went the other way. But yeah, 14-8. He's currently sitting at minus 175. 34 years old, 5'4" with a 66.5 inch reach. Joshua Van is 7-1, 21 years old, 13-year difference. 5'5" reach not available. Zhalgus, man, you know, he's had a tough run in the UFC. Everybody knows we've been breaking this dude down for the last 4 weeks. You know, 1-5 in his last 5 fights. Fought some really good competition. 3 of them could have been wins. 3 of the 5 losses could have been wins for him. He's a very well-rounded fighter, man. He's got good wrestling. He's got good takedowns. He's got good BJJ. He's got pretty good ground and pound on top. He's got good control. He's got good striking. He darts in with his punches. He'll throw a couple combos and then he'll get back out of the way. And he's got good boxing. I like his right hand. He has good power in it. It's sneaky. He throws good combos. He'll start from the body, come up to the head, and with a nice leg kick. And he does have pretty powerful leg kicks. The only thing I really don't like about him is he slows down after 2 rounds. So when his first 2 rounds are close and you're like, okay, he could have won 1, he might have won 2, whatever. In the 3rd round, he always slows down. And I think that's why he loses his split decisions because excuse me. I think that's why he loses his split decisions because he slows down and gets beat in the 3rd, and it just leaves a bad impression in the judge's eyes. Joshua Van, on the other hand, he's got some real good striking. He 1 second. He's got some real good striking. He's got good boxing. 1 second. Something in my throat. But he's got real good boxing. He's got nice kicks with both legs. He's going to be throwing some decent power. He's got bad takedown defense, but he's got decent offensive wrestling, man. I've seen him take a couple lower level guys down, get some good ground and pound. He's got a really good clinch. And when he gets clinch off the cage and lets go, he's got a nice head kick off that clinch release, and it's really nice. He's got decent, like I said, offensive wrestling, decent BJJ, but he can be taken down. He can be held down. His only loss is from being taken down, held down, and then eventually choked out in the 3rd. But he's got really good cardio, really good durability, and I think that this kid could be really good in the future. I just think that this is a really, really tough out and a tough ask for him on short notice to fight a guy like Zhalgus with so much experience. But this is going to give this kid some experience because I think he's going to get beat up. I think he's going to get taken down and controlled and beat up, but he's going to learn something from this. So give me Zhalgus. I'm going to take him by decision in a pretty close fight. Like I said, because Joshua Van, he's not terrible. He's not terrible at all. If he had good takedown defense, he would have a chance to win this fight because he may have better striking. But I think Z gets it, man. Next fight is in the 155-pound division. This is a short notice fight. We have Trevor Peek versus Jose Mariscal. Trevor Peek is 8-0, currently sitting at minus 180. Or I'm sorry, minus 120. He dropped a whole bunch, man. The line changed a whole bunch. He's 28 years old, 5'9" with a 70-inch reach. Chepe is 13-6, 30 years old, 5'6" with a 69-inch reach. So this is short notice for Mariscal. And he's usually a featherweight, man. He's coming up in weight to fight a pretty big lightweight. Like Trevor Peek's only 5'9", but he's thick, man. He's a big dude. He's going to be super strong for this weight. Trevor Peek, dude, a wild, crazy striking. I really like this kid, man. He's the definition of kill or be killed, and so far it's just been kill, man. He hits really hard. He throws power in every single thing he does, leg kicks, left hook, straight right. He's got a powerful jab. He's got really nice clinch knees, man. When he gets guys in the clinch, he's got nice clinch knees, dirty boxing, uppercuts. Really good get-up game because he can be taken down. He can get taken down, but he's very physically strong. He never stops moving. He's got a good get-up game, and it really just wears out guys that try to take him down. He tries to kill his ops from the opening bell, man, and he's got some decent wins. Like his win over Kama-worthy ex-UFC fighter who's pretty good, man, well-rounded guy, just has a bad chin, and that was a back-and-forth fight. It wasn't really just he came out and just knocked him out. He showed good defensive wrestling, offensive wrestling, everything. He took Kama-worthy down. I've seen Kama-worthy have pretty good grappling in his fights when he's not getting knocked out. And then obviously Eric Gonzalez, man, he punched him out, but it was a good back-and-forth fight. But I just love Trevor Peek's fighting style, man. I love the dudes that come out and are legit kill or be killed. And this dude's like very durable. The dude that he fought on the Contender Series, the dude he beat on the Contender Series, Malik Lewis and Kama-worthy, are both better than Chepe Mariscal. Maybe even Eric Gonzalez might beat him, to be honest, because Chepe is a featherweight and he's not even winning at featherweight. And he's coming in on short notice. But Chepe, man, he's got decent wrestling. He's got a lower level college background wrestling. He's got pretty good jiu-jitsu. He's got decent striking, man. You've seen his win over Pat Sabatini back in the day. He was able to land some big shots, hurt Sabatini. He's got good takedown defense, good offensive wrestling, powerful leg kicks. He's got some good flying knees. He's finished 5 of his last 6 all by KO. And he's got, like I said, when he gets the wrestling going, he's got really good ground and pound. So he's a well-rounded fighter. He's just a small, featherweight that's fought low-level competition. Every single time he stepped up, he's got beat. And I think it's a good way for him to get in the UFC, but he's already been finished 3 times by knockout. And I think this is definitely going to be his 4th, man. His cardio is not going to hold up. For people thinking that he's just going to come out and hold Trevor Peek down wrestle him down for 3 rounds and hold him down are crazy. Trevor Peek never stops moving. This dude's got that crazy person strength. I love him. I think that Trevor Peek's going to knock out Mariscal. I think if Mariscal comes out and is trying to wrestle with him, I think that that's going to be good. Trevor Peek would just keep getting up. He's not going to get submitted, and then he's going to wear out Mariscal, and then he's going to knock him out. But one way or another, he's either going to wear him out, knock him out early, but he's going to knock out Mariscal, man. I'm telling you, the durability difference is crazy. The power difference is crazy. The size difference is going to be crazy. You got Trevor Peek 3 inches bigger, and like I said, I guarantee at fight time, he's got 10 or 15 pounds on Mariscal. So give me Trevor Peek. Give me him by KO, probably in that 1st round, maybe 2nd. The over-unders are looking crazy. I like Trevor Peek a lot. I really do. At -120, I think that's just crazy. I don't like the UFC is not trying to hype up Chepe Mariscal at 13-6, dude. Everybody loves Trevor Peek right now. He's the darling of the UFC, man. Everybody likes his fighting style, and they're not going to go to a guy on short notice that's 13-6 and want him to come in and make a name off Trevor Peek. They've seen Mariscal get knocked out 3 times. They know he's a featherweight. They know he's coming off the couch. Everything goes towards Trevor Peek here, except like the wrestling and stuff. But I'm telling you, Trevor Peek is going to knock this dude out. Next fight is in the men's featherweight division. We got Jamal Emmers versus Jack Jenkins. Jamal Emmers is 19-6, currently sitting at -200, 33 years old, almost 34, 1 month away, 5'10" with a 74-inch reach. Jack Jenkins is 11-2, currently sitting at +160. He's 30 years old, 5'7" with a 68-inch reach. So you see Emmers is 3 inches taller with 6 inches of reach. Pretty boy Emmers, man. Pretty boy Jamal Emmers. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's got a wrestling background. He throws a ton of kicks. He's throwing leg kicks, push kicks to the body, teep kicks, everything, man. Really nice long boxing combos. You seen his last fight against Ashkabov. He was able to take some. He was able to take some really big shots from Ashkabov early on and land some back, man. Give some good leg kicks, land some good powerful 1-2s right down the middle. He works the body really well with punches and kicks, and that took a lot out of Ashkabov too. But you've seen sometimes he can have bad fight IQ against Pat Sabatini. He dropped Sabatini, followed him to the ground, started playing footsies with him, and he got heel hooked. Looked good against Cachero. Showed bad fight IQ again against Giga, where he just struck with him the whole time and didn't even try to take him down whatsoever. And didn't fight for a little while. He didn't fight for almost 2 years from the Sabatini fight to the Ashkabov fight. Like I said, he came back and looked good against Ashkabov. Jack Jenkins, man, this dude, he's pretty good, man. If you watch him, he's got phenomenal leg kicks from both legs. He switches stance in order to hit you with powerful kicks. And like I said, he's hitting you with the left and the right kick. He's got excellent clinch knees to the body. That was one of the major things I watched about him in a lot of his fights is powerful. He gets that high clinch and he rips to the body with knees. He goes to the body with kicks a lot. He goes to the body with punches. He's got excellent combos where he's going head, body, leg kick, body up, back up to the head, leg kick. Excellent, man. I really like his striking. I really like his toughness. He's got nice takedowns. His takedown defense seems pretty good. He got taken down one time against Don Shanis, and he reversed it shortly after. But it seems like he's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. I know they said he had a rugby and wrestling background. But good offensive and defensive wrestling. Like I said, excellent knees from the clinch. He's going to be faster here. This is going to be such a good fight, man. I mean, all the values on Jack Jenkins because I think Jack Jenkins is actually better than Ashkabov Jamal Emmers doesn't offensive wrestle too much. So I think this is just going to be a standing fight and Jack Jenkins is going to have a speed advantage. Emmers is going to be bigger and longer and he's going to throw with maybe a little more power. So it's going to be a really good back and forth fight. I'm going to take Jack Jenkins. I'm going to take Jack Jenkins by decision. I think that he can land some powerful shots. I think that both these guys can avoid the takedowns. And I think that he can work Jamal Emmers' legs. Ashkabov is working Emmers' leg really well. I mean, and Emmers handled it well, but I think Jack Jenkins kicks even harder. And he just seems more fresher and faster fighter. So it seems like he's got some more tools on the feet, some different weapons. But I'm not confident at all in this. I wouldn't even bet this fight. But the value's on the underdog because Jack Jenkins ain't bad at all. Next fight is in the men's 170-pound division. We got Randy Brown versus Wellington Turman. Wellington Turman dropping down to 170 for the first time. Randy Rude Boy Brown, 16-5, currently sitting at minus 250. He's 32 years old, 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. Wellington Turman's 18-6, currently sitting at plus 205, 26 years old, 6 foot with a 72-inch reach. So you see Randy Brown's going to be 3 inches taller with 6 inches of reach, and he knows how to use that reach. I really like Randy Brown. He's got really good long kickboxing. He uses long kicks. He's got powerful leg kicks. He uses front kicks to the body, almost like a jab. He'll throw him up to the face. He's got a decent head kick. He's got really good boxing, long punches. His 1-2 is phenomenal, man. That's what he really usually hits guys with. Tornado. He hurt and dropped Chaos. He hurt Trinaldo a couple times and dropped him with it. He's got excellent stepping and flying knees. He's got them long legs, man, and long knees. So he can catch a guy shooting in, and that's probably what Wellington Turman's going to do. But he's also got really good offensive and defensive wrestling himself, and he's got excellent BJJ. He's actually subbed Warley Alves, and in his other fights, he showed really good BJJ. When taken down, was able to survive against somebody like Alex Oliveira and then get back up and put a beating on him. He finished Brian Barberena in the third. He has really good cardio. He has really good toughness, and he's a very well-rounded fighter with really good experience and, like I said, really good toughness. Wellington Turman, man, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's got pretty good jiu-jitsu. You've seen him sub Misha Serkinov off his back. He's got pretty good wrestling. He's a pretty big, thick dude at 185, but down here at 170, I think he's going to be a little skinnier, and I think that his game isn't going to work as good at 170 because he's going to be the slower guy. He's not going to have a speed advantage, and I don't think he's going to have a power advantage either. Had that weird win over Sam Alvey, split decision where he kept poking him in the eye. But this is what worries me right here, man, is Bruno Silva and Andrew Sanchez were able to knock him out cold. Bruno Silva did it from the guard. And Andrew Sanchez just hit him with the right cross and knocked him out cold, and he doesn't knock anybody out. So that's very telling. I like Randy Brown here, man. I think Randy Brown stops the wrestling. He stops the jiu-jitsu of Wellington Turman. Even if he's taken down, he'll get back up. Wellington Turman tends to slow down just like he did against Petrosky in the last fight. And Randy Brown's going to beat him up from range, man, standing up. He's going to land the harder shots. He's going to hit him with some hard 1-2s. And if he ends up getting in the offensive position on Wellington Turman, he's got good submissions and ground and pound himself. So I'm taking Randy Brown. I think he finishes Wellington Turman. I think he hits him with a big shot. Wellington's cutting weight. That could affect his brain a little bit and all that. And I think that gets hit with a big shot and gets put out for the third time by just regular power punchers. It's not even the biggest punchers in the world. Next fight is in the men's heavyweight division. We got Justin Tafa versus Austen Lane. Justin Tafa is 6-3, currently sitting at minus 180. He's 29 years old, 6 foot with a 74-inch reach. Austen Lane, 12-3. He's currently sitting at plus 150. He's 35 years old, 6'6" with an 80-inch reach. You see that Justin Tafa is going to have about a 25-pound advantage from when they last weighed in, and that's going to be a big advantage because he's going to be a thick dude, man. Justin Tafa, it's not hard to break him down, man. He's a big Samoan with a hard-ass head, and he hits hard as hell. He's got good kickboxing. He's a southpaw with excellent counter strikes. That's what you've seen him knock out Parker Porter with in his last fight. Was able to hit him with that clean-ass left, right? Knocked him out. You've seen he's agile for a big man. He's fast, man. He's with the head kick, a Harry Hunsucker, which, is kind of terrible. But he's finished all his opponents. He's been finished one time, and he's just an excellent counter puncher. He's got good kickboxing. He's got decent offensive and defensive grappling, which ain't going to come into effect this game. Austen Lane never grapples, and he's not going to be able to anyways. It's not like he's a wrestler. But Justin Tafa has that real legit one-shot knockout power, and he's an excellent counter puncher. But he can also throw power leg kicks, power body kicks. Austen Lane, man, you've seen this dude on the Contender Series twice. The first time he got knocked out by Greg Hardy. The second time he was able to get a win over this Richard Jacoby, who had just started MMA in 2021, so like a year before that. This dude's a big, athletic NFL football player. He's got decent striking to where he's a big, long dude, 6'6" with an 80-inch reach. So he's going to be 6 inches taller with 6 inches of reach, right? But that's it. He doesn't use it like that. He rushes in to the pocket and just throwing like kind combos with just straight punches, but he leaves his chin open and he has no striking defense. And that works against most of these lower level guys. Like I said, he's been knocked out by lower level guys, got knocked out by Greg Hardy, which is a terrible look. Then Vernon Lewis, Vernon Lewis ground and pounded him out in the first round, you know, in 2020. Frank Tate KO'd him. Who are these guys? You know what I mean? His striking's terrible. He's a big athletic ex-NFL football player, where Justin Tafa, and so Lane got into this sport after he, you know, had his NFL career and all that. Justin Tafa's been fighting his whole life. His brother's a pro kickboxer. These dudes been fighting their whole life, and they're real fighters. Justin Tafa is going to let Austen Lane rush in with these weird punches that he does, this weird little blitz, and he's going to knock out Austen Lane in the first round. I'm pretty confident about that. I really, really, really like Justin Tafa in this spot. I like him by KO. You know me, though. I don't really like to get greedy, so I don't know if I'll be playing that, but I really do like Justin Tafa a whole lot in this spot. Next fight is in the men's welterweight division. We got Neil Magny versus Phillip Rowe. Neil Magny is 27-10, currently sitting at -160s, 35 years old, 6'3" with the 80-inch reach. Phil Rowe is 10-3, 32 years old, almost 33, 1 month away from 33, so he's no spring chicken himself. 6'3" with the 80.5-inch reach, so same height, almost the same reach. Both these dudes are used to being a lot bigger and longer than their opponents. So Neil Magny, man, pretty good kickboxing. I mean, his striking's good. It's serviceable. He can stand up with some of the best people in the world, like Jeff Neal, and not get knocked out. You know, he can be Jing Liang, who knocks a lot of people out, and he was able to stifle his game and get the win there. Neil Magny, man, just excellent long kickboxing. He's got a good, phenomenal clinch, man. His best part of his game is his clinch, because he uses that to wear on you. He uses that to strike and hit you up against the cage and then land his takedowns, and he just beats you up with it, man. He's constantly moving, constantly working you, constantly making you work. When he gets you to the ground, he's got really good BJJ, really good top control, really good ground and pound. Like I said, he's constantly working. He pushes a crazy pace with crazy pressure that most people can't hold up to. Daniel Rodriguez couldn't. He was able to finish him in the third. And a lot of people he just overwhelms, especially, you know, lower level people. He's got good wrestling. He uses them pressure body locks from the clinch, like I said, to get them takedowns, man, and just work dudes over. He's crazy experienced, crazy with crazy toughness, and he's got phenomenal cardio. And he's an experienced dude. Like, he's a legit veteran. Phillip Rowe, man, the opposite. He's got decent long kickboxing with some power. He's got decent jiu-jitsu from his back. Like, he's not sweeping people really, but he's not getting choked out. He's not really even got a good get up game, but on the feet, he's got some power. He's got some nice long kickboxing. Like I said, he's able to knock some dudes out later in fights when they gas out after, like Jason Witt. Jason Witt was taking him down, beating him up, and he was able to get over that and knock Jason Witt out in the second round. And then Orion Cosey, same thing. Orion Cosey was beating him up for about the first little bit over a round, and then as soon as he gassed out, Phillip Rowe started taking over and beating him up. Nico Price, same kind of thing. They was having a back and forth fight. Nico Price looked like he was about to finish Phillip Rowe there in that third round, and then he got up, changed the whole fight, and was able to finish Phillip Rowe. But Phillip Rowe, Jason Witt, and Orion Cosey are not the most durable people on earth. Neil Magny is. I think Neil Magny is going to be better here everywhere other than just like one punch knockout power. But Phil Rowe ain't really one punch knocking guys out. Like I said, he's getting them gassed, and then he's just beating them up with a bunch of volume and some pretty decent shots. But Neil Magny, like I said, is going to be better everywhere. The striking is going to be good and close, but Neil Magny is going to put that pressure on Phillip Rowe. He's going to clinch him, and he's going to beat him up in that clinch. He's going to land his takedowns, and he's going to beat him up there. I really think this is a very, very big step back in competition for Neil Magny, man. He's been fighting dudes like Shavkat, Jeff Neal, Gilbert Burns, Daniel Rodriguez, Michael Chiesa, Jing Liang, people like that, man. And he's fighting somebody right now, Phillip Rowe, that got beat by Gabriel. What's his name? Gabriel. He just got knocked. Gabe Green. They just got knocked out in 3 seconds. But I'm taking Neil Magny. I'm all over Neil Magny. I think he's better everywhere, including cardio, toughness. His grappling is levels above. So it's gonna be a good fight. But yeah, man, give me Neil Magny. Next fight is in the men's 145-pound division. We got David Onama versus Gabriel Santos, and this is going to be a banger from the start to the finish. David Onama is 10-2, currently sitting at plus 200, 29 years old, 5'11" with a 74-inch reach. Gabriel Santos is 10-1, currently sitting at minus 240, 26 years old, 5'9" with a 71.5-inch reach. So you see David Onama is 2 inches taller with 2.5 inches of reach. David Onama, man, this guy, he's like a technical wild man. Like he don't mind getting in a brawl. But when you just stand there and strike technically with him, he can do very well, like he did against Gabriel Benitez. Granted, he did take a lot of leg kicks and got hit in the eye, and it hurt him. But he was able to land big shots and then able to swarm Benitez, knock him out. Garrett Armfield, they had a good back and forth fight, a lot of grappling in that, and he was able to get the arm triangle over the short notice guy. But Mason Jones, man, that fight was really good too. He was short notice in that one. It was back and forth, really, really close. Mason Jones was the giant favorite and was able to pull it off. But his last fight with Nate Landwehr, is why he's plus 200 right now. He was looking good. He was minus like 300, 400 in that fight, and he was looking good. He dropped Nate Landwehr, had him hurt, hit him with a ton of shots, tried to get him out of there, and then couldn't. And then Nate Landwehr, survived. Onama gassed out, and Landwehr took over and beat him up. And then he still had a couple little moments in that fight, but he just gassed out and got beat up. But he is really good. He's got really good boxing, man. He hits really, really hard. He don't throw too many kicks, but his boxing is straight, and he's got excellent power in both hands, knockout power in both hands. His cardio suspect as hell. Seems like he slows down bad after a round and a half. He only boxes, and it seems like he can check out. Like he kind of checked out a little bit against Mason Jones, and he definitely seemed to check out against Landwehr for about a round and a half. Gabriel Santos, man, he came in and made his UFC debut on short notice in England against Laurent Murphy, the hometown kid, and put up a great show. I actually thought he won that fight, man. I rewatched that fight back, and I thought he won that fight. He has excellent Muay Thai, man. He has phenomenal strikes. He has good spinning stuff. He has good power in his hands. He's super, super fast. He's got good timing on takedowns, good wrestling, excellent BJJ, man. He's got 4 rear naked chokes. If he gets on your back, it's going to be out, man. His Muay Thai, like I said, is phenomenal body kicks, man. He hurts guys with body kicks. He's got excellent switch stance striking, which allows him to beat up both legs, beat up both sides of the body. He's got good flying knees and good stepping knees, man. He hit Laurent Murphy with a couple of them. I was pretty shocked. And he's very dangerous off his back. This kid is dangerous everywhere. Like, he's dangerous standing up. He's dangerous on the ground, on top or on the bottom. This is going to be a really good fight, man, but I'm going to take Gabriel Santos because he showed excellent toughness in his last fight. He showed excellent cardio, even on short notice, and he slowed down a little bit in the third, but he still fought through it. And I just think that he's going to have the grappling advantage here, and I think he can wear on David Onama, survive that tough first round, and then start taking over and land some takedowns, get some controlled time, and beat up Onama. I'm actually going to go with Santos by decision because Onama is super, super tough, but Santos has so many weapons, man. He just has so many more weapons in this fight. So give me Santos, and pretty confident, but I'm probably not going to bet that. Next fight is in the women's strawweight division. We have Tabatha Ricci versus Gillian Robertson. Tabatha Ricci is 8-1, currently sitting at minus 125. She's 28 years old, 5'1" with a 62-inch reach. Gillian Robertson's 12-7, currently sitting at plus 100. She's 28 years old, also 5'5" with a 63-inch reach. So you see Gillian Roberts is taller, but only has 1 inch of reach. Tabatha Ricci, man, I really like her. At 115, she is really, really good. She's really well-rounded. She has good striking. She's really fast. She throws with combo. She's got high-level black belt in BJJ. She's a higher-level grappler and jiu-jitsu girl than Gillian Robertson is. That's for sure. Like, especially when she stayed safe and was able to beat up Poliana Viana, who is another phenomenal jiu-jitsu girl. Jessica Panay, she's made her whole living off of jiu-jitsu. She beat her up and armbarred her. Tabatha Ricci is she's gonna be better everywhere here, to be honest. She's gonna have the better striking. She's gonna be a lot faster than Gillian Robertson on the feet, and she's gonna have better striking. She's gonna have the better wrestling. She's gonna dictate where this fight's gonna go, and she's going to be on top when she dictates that. And then her grappling is phenomenal. She's going to stay safe. She's able to beat up Gillian Robertson. We've seen Gillian Robertson get controlled by other high-level grapplers. She was even submitted by Mayra Buena Silva, and I believe somebody else got her too. But Ricci is very high level. She's got good cardio, good toughness, good wrestling, high-level jiu-jitsu. I think she's going to be better everywhere. I mean, Gillian Robertson is good. She's got good jiu-jitsu. She's got good wrestling, like decent wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu if she's on top. She's got her striking's not good. You know what I mean? Her striking is slow. It's kind of robotic. She gets hit a lot when she's on the feet. She really needs to get the fight to the ground. But when she gets the fight to the ground, she's really heavy on top. She has excellent jiu-jitsu, really heavy on top, good transitions, good ground and pound. She's been ground and pound a lot of her girls till they give up the submission. They'll give up their back or whatever they got to do for her to sink in the submission. Her submission is the best one she's got, her chokes, man. You've seen in her last fight against Piera Rodriguez, she was able to hit an armbar, but before that, she's rear naked choking everybody, man. Rose Namajunas in that grappling match, Maria Agapova, Priscilla Cachoeira, she's guillotining getting guillotined, but her rear naked choke, Piera Gonzalez, she's got really good grappling. I believe she's got the most submissions for a female in the UFC. And she's decent. This is just a bad matchup. I don't know why the UFC put this together so early after Gillian Robertson's dropping down to 115, because like Tabatha Ricci is better everywhere. They could have gave Gillian Robertson some more girls that her jiu-jitsu would have worked on, but Tabatha Ricci is a higher level of jiu-jitsu, higher level grappler, and she's going to win this fight. And I really like her. I think minus 125 on Tabatha Ricci for the advantages I feel like she's going to have in this fight is a gift. Of course, Tapology is going slow. I don't know why it always does this as I get towards the end, like it starts working terrible. Next fight is in the men's 155-pound division. We got Mateusz Rebecki versus Loik Radzhabov. I know I probably said that wrong, but is what it is. Mateusz Rebecki, 17-1, currently sitting at minus 125. He is 30 years old, 5'7" with a 66-inch reach. Loik is 17-4-1, currently sitting at plus 120, and Rebecki's minus 140. He's 32 years old, 5'11" with the 68-inch reach. So you see, he will be 4 inches taller. He's going to have 2 inches of reach, which is a lot because, I mean, I think this fight's going to be standing striking a lot. Rebecki, man, this dude's got he's a well-rounded fighter. He's got good wrestling. He's got good boxing. You see he throws with heat and everything he does. Both hands he's throwing heat. He's powerful southpaw kickboxing, excellent boxing combos with power. He's got a nice lead uppercut, and then he follows that up with the left hook, man. It's nice. Powerful wrestling, good timing on his shots. He's got a double leg, single leg, body lock takedowns. He's got good BJJ, 6 submission wins. Powerful ground and pound. When he gets on top, he's always looking for a finish, man. You can tell that. And he's a tough dude. I think that he's going to have problems getting his wrestling going here, though, against Loik, man, because he's got powerful boxing. He's got excellent power in his right hands. He's got good timing. It looks like the old the draft, or I mean, the Tapology went off 1 second. But he's got good power in his hands. He's got a bunch of he's got good timing on his double leg takedowns. The only thing is that I don't like about Loik is that he doesn't have the best jiu-jitsu to hold guys down. You've seen his last fight against Robotics or Robiex or whatever his name was, that he could take him down, but he just couldn't hold him down. And I think all that stuff starts affecting his cardio. And he slows down. It looks like he gasses, but he fights through. He's still shooting takedowns. He's got really good forward pressure and pace. Nice left hook, but his right hand has some real serious power in it. He landed a couple knockdowns in his last fight. And he's just freaking good, well-rounded fighter. This is going to be these dudes are like the identical type fighters, good boxing, throw some power on the feet. They both got good wrestling. They both got good jiu-jitsu, and it's going to be a super close fight. I don't know. I feel like it's hard to feel confident with anybody in this fight, honestly. Probably the over might be the best thing, but both these dudes hit with power. I'm actually going to take Radzhabov just because he's a little bit bigger. I feel like he probably will have the better wrestling too. So in the grappling exchanges, I feel like he will be on top, even though I don't expect there to be on the ground for a lot. And then he showed a little bit better, a little bit better gas tank than Rebecki did. Even though Rebecki, I don't say he has a bad gas tank, because against Fiore, he just went out there and tried to finish him from the opening second. And when that didn't work, he definitely slowed down bad. But if he doesn't do that, this is going to be a really, really, really good fight. Yeah, it looks like DraftKings is our Tapology's off. Yeah, man, give me Loik in a really super close fight that I'm not going to be betting, man. I'm going to stay away from that fight. Next fight is in the men's flyweight division. We got Tatsuro Taira versus Kleydson Rodriguez. Tatsuro Taira is 5'7" with the 70-inch reach. He's 13-0. Kleydson Rodriguez is 8-2 with the 56-inch reach. Or 5'6" with the 67-inch reach. I'm sorry, man. The Tapology thing threw me off. But anyways, man, Tatsuro, this guy is a prospect we've been watching, man. He's got good kickboxing. He's got a nice, fast right head kick to the head. Decent straight punches right down the pipe with a little bit of pop to him. It seems like he's getting better every single fight. And then when he goes to his grappling, that's his bread and butter, man. He's got good wrestling. He's got good body lock takedowns. He seems pretty physically strong too for this division, man. When he gets a hold of guys, he's usually able to get them down. And on the ground, he is a beast. He's very, very heavy on top. He locks guys down. He's more of a position over submission until he can get to that submission. And when he can, man, he takes it. He's got crazy arm bars. Excellent triangles. You've seen his last fight, he hit that triangle armbar on Aguilar, and just showed that he is a phenomenal prospect. But he's fighting Kleydson Rodriguez, man. This kid actually he's a phenomenal prospect in my eyes too, man. He's got excellent Muay Thai striking, very, very aggressive. He's super fast, throws tons of spinning stuff. He's got powerful leg kicks, powerful kicks to the body, spinning kicks to the body. You've seen against Ross in his last fight, he was able to finish him. I don't know, man. I think both of these dudes are so good. Kleydson trains with Team Nogueira, so he's got phenomenal jiu-jitsu. I'm not sure if he's a black belt or not. He's got awesome offensive and defensive wrestling. Like, this fight's going to be really close. I don't think the line should be anywhere near where it is, man. I think that Tatsuro should be minus 160. I think he's the favorite for a reason, because he's probably should have a slight grappling advantage. But if he can't get his grappling advantage going, Kleydson Rodriguez, I feel like, is going to beat him up standing up. But I'm going to take Tatsuro because he does have good enough striking to be able to strike with Kleydson so he can get this fight to the ground. And once he gets the fight to the ground, he's going to be able to control large parts of it. I don't think he finishes Kleydson. I really like the over in this. But I think it's going to be closer than what guys think, man, because like I said, if Kleydson can stop some takedowns, start landing some body kicks and leg kicks and slow Tatsuro down, he can easily get this win, because I'm really high on Kleydson. So give me Tatsuro, but I'm staying far away from betting this fight in any single way. Next fight is in the men's middleweight division. We got Brendan Allen versus Bruno Silva. Brendan Allen 6'2" with the 75-inch reach, 21-5. Bruno Silva is 6 foot with the 74-inch reach, 23-8. Brendan Allen, man, he's been looking great recently. He's got some really high-level wins. He got the win over Munoz last fight, where he showed really good kickboxing, really good toughness. And then he was able to take Munoz down, beat him up in the second, then take him down and finish him in the third, which is amazing. The fight before that, he was able to finish Chris Jocko, and he looked really good on the ground. He's really big and really strong for this 185-pound division. He's got improved kickboxing. He's got pretty good wrestling. His jiu-jitsu, like I said, is phenomenal, man. When he gets guys down, he's heavy on top. He takes the back. He works excellent submissions from a bunch of different ways. He's got excellent BJJ. He's got 12 submission wins. So he's working all these different submissions. His striking's coming along. He's got really good ground and pound when he's on top, good transitions, excellent sweeps if he's on the bottom. He's got good boxing. His boxing defense has improved. He's got excellent cardio, man. I haven't seen this dude get tired. He's got a really good pace. And the only knock on him for me really is some bad fight IQ sometimes. He didn't really try to wrestle Chris Curtis too much, was in there just throwing bones with him, and ended up getting hurt and dropped. But still, excellent fighter. He's still a young kid. He's like 27 years old, and he's getting better and better, and he's already fought some real high-level experienced guys, Bruno Silva, this dude's got really good Muay Thai. He's got excellent power in his hands. He's got power in his kicks. He throws powerful leg kicks. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he's been subbed 6 times, and that's definitely going to be a problem here. But his southpaw strikes are awkward, man. He throws these hooks at weird angles. You seen he was able to knock Brad Tavares out in that last fight with just crazy power. He works the body. He'll do a 5-punch combo to the body of just hooks, man, if he gets a guy up against the cage. Nice front kicks to the body, serious punches in it, serious power in his 5-punch combos. It's going to be a tale of 2 tapes, man. But I got to go with Brendan Allen here. I think that Brendan Allen, because if he stands with Bruno Silva the whole fight, he's going to get knocked out in that first or second round. But I feel like he's got the striking to stand with Bruno Silva until he's going to be a lot bigger than Bruno Silva, 2 inches taller with an inch of reach. But I feel like he's going to be a lot thicker and bigger. And I feel like he's going to be able to take Bruno Silva down, weigh on him. And I believe that he'll get a submission in that second or third round. I think that, like Andrew Sanchez kept wearing on him. And but then he got finished in the third round because he gassed out. Brendan Allen doesn't gas out, and he's got way better jiu-jitsu than Andrew Sanchez had. So give me Brendan Allen. I think he just wears on Bruno Silva. If he comes in with the right game plan, it should look like basically like what Pat Sabatini just did to Lucas Almeida. So give me Brendan Allen, and I say that he works over Bruno Silva with that grappling. Next fight is in the men's middleweight division. We got Cody Brundage versus Sadiq Dumas, whatever, SD Dumas. Cody Brundage is 8-4. He's 6 foot tall with a 72-inch reach. Sadiq Dumas what is Cedriquez. SD Dumas, 7-1, 6'2" with the 79-inch reach. So you see Dumas is 2 inches taller with 7 inches of reach. Cody Brundage took this fight on short notice, which is kind of suspect because he's already got a suspect gas tank to begin with. But he's got good power, powerful striking. I wouldn't say it's good, but it's been looking better, man. He's been doing, like against Vieira, he was doing the switch stance striking that actually looked pretty decent. He was able to rock Vieira a couple times and then actually drop him, almost finish that fight. But striking's looking better. He's got some decent power in his hands. You see when he knocked out Tresean Gore. His bread and butter is his wrestling, though. He's able to take guys down. He's got really good ground and pound. He's got excellent BJJ, constantly looking for subs, man. He goes hard in that first and second round trying to finish guys. And if he can get the finish, obviously he's out of there. When he doesn't get the finish, it seems like, he ends up getting beat up. But he's got really good power, really strong dude, really good offensive wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu, really good ground and pound, kind of suspect gas tank. Dude, he's fighting Dumas. I don't even know what to say about this kid. He was a street fighter. It looks like he's like getting better. He's got powerful kickboxing. He's really super long. He's really super athletic and explosive. He's got really good power. His arms are so long that, like on the Contender Series, when he landed the choke on that dude out of that weird angle, was just able to get that standing guillotine choke, man. It was crazy. But he's got long blitz attacks. So, throw 5-6 punch combination, powerful leg kicks. Like I said, nice standing guillotines. Decent. He's got terrible takedown defense, but he's got a pretty good get up game. And he survived a lot of stuff against Josh Fremd. And he even took the back, escaped out the back of Josh Fremd and took his back, but got too high, was reversed in that second round and then choked out. But okay, offensive BJJ. He'll try for some stuff off his back, but I don't know, man. This fight's weird because I don't trust either one of these guys. I don't trust Cody Brundage's cardio, especially on 1 week notice. And then Cedriquez Dumas, what's there to trust about him? I don't know, man. This is a very hard fight. I guess, if you're taking Brundage, you got to take him by sub in that sub or TKO in that first round and a half. And if not, I would take Dumas, but I don't know. Give me Brundage. I don't have a real good read on this fight. I'm going to take Brundage. I'm going to say he's able to get his wrestling working and hold Dumas down, land some ground and pound, and eventually get a sub in that end of that first round or second round because Dumas, takedown defense was terrible and his get-up game was pretty bad too. Next fights in the women's flyweight division, we got Amanda Ribas versus Maycee Barber. Amanda Ribas is 11-3, 5'3" with the 66-inch reach. Maycee Barber is 12-2, 5'5" with the 65-inch reach. And Amanda Ribas has been looking good since she came up to 125. First fight was against Caitlin Chukagian, who was like top 3 in the world. And I thought she won that fight. She was able to land hip toss judo takedowns where she was able to be very heavy on top with her jiu-jitsu, land some ground and pound. And I thought she won that fight. Then in her second fight against Vivian Arugio, she looked really good. She ate some punches on the feet. She's always going to eat punches on the feet because she has no striking defense. She's in like a karate stance thing that she just uses head movement, but she gets hit. But she's got really good judo tosses. Like I said, excellent BJJ, heavy on top, decent striking. She's not out of her depth when she's striking with girls. She's just very hittable and it's kind of suspect chin. But she was able to drop and hurt Vivian Arugio in that last fight, which that looked good. She throws a ton of volume. She's got phenomenal cardio. She's really, really, really tough. She got decent pop in her punches. Like I said, great wrestling, great jiu-jitsu. I think that could come in handy here because the Maycee Barber, she's got a strong clinch. I used to think her wrestling was good, but it's not. You know what I mean? She's getting taken down by Andrea Lee. She got reversed and taken down by Andrea Lee, and I believe all 3 rounds in that last fight, she was taken down by Roxanne Modafferi. Even if she blew her knee out, she was still taken down and controlled by Roxanne. But she's got a strong clinch of her own against the cage. She's got really, really heavy elbows in that clinch. She's got pretty good striking. She'll throw a lot of strikes. I mean, a lot of times she's punching air, but she will throw a lot of strikes and she throws in combo. She's very active. She pushes a hard pace. She's got a decent left head kick when she switches to that southpaw stance. It's pretty powerful. And she's kind of like a bigger girl for 125. I think she's going to be a little bit bigger than Amanda Ribas here. She's going to be 2 inches taller. Ribas has an inch of reach, but I think Maycee Barber is going to be thicker. And, she's more of a 125, or Ribas was a strawweight coming up to 125 a couple fights ago. But I think that this is going to be a really, really good fight. The stand-up's going to be pretty even. I would actually probably give that to Barber, but I feel like Ribas is going to be able to land them takedowns in the clinch, them judo tosses. I believe she's going to be able to get a lot. I mean, Maycee Barber showed nothing off her back. Every time she got taken down by Andrea Lee last fight, she did not get up one time. Same thing with Modafferi. And I think that Ribas can land a takedown every round, get into the clinch, land one of them head and arm throws that she kept repeatedly landing on Chukagian, get up a lot of ground control and win this fight by decision. I don't think she finishes Barber or nothing, but she's going to have to win this decisively because Barber's been gifted so many decisions that you're going to have to actually beat her, man. So I hope she does. You know what I mean? I hope Rebus does. I really like her. She's like Miss Congeniality. She's got a bubbling personality. She's a really good fighter. The only knock on her really has been her chin. But that was all at 115. She's looked more durable at 125. Took big shots from Chikagian. Took some big shots from Arugio. Looked good and solid. Main event time. We got Josh Emmitt versus Ilia Topuria, man. Josh Emmitt 18-3, currently sitting at 18-3, 5'6" with the 70-inch reach. He's plus 250. Ilia Topuria 13-0, 5'7" with the 69-inch reach, currently sitting at minus 350. God, this is going to be such a good fight. Josh Emmitt, 38 years old, yes. Phenomenal boxing, phenomenal power, excellent movement, excellent speed, good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, excellent ground and pound. Doesn't really use it all that much. You know, he tried to use it last fight, was submitted by Yair, but that was more of like them crazy-ass body kicks he was taking. He just kind of had to like spaz wrestle to stop taking them body kicks. But super durable. Dude has a phenomenal 1-2. He has a phenomenal 1. His jab, he knocked out Mirsad Bektik with his jab. He went on like an 8-fight streak where he had at least one knockdown in each fight. I think he holds the record for knockdowns. But he's got good movement. He's got really good striking defense. And he's just a really, really, really experienced, tough dude with phenomenal cardio. I mean, if you look at the people he's fought lately, who'd he fight last time? Yair Rodriguez, who's a bad mofo. He's got Calvin Kattar, Burgos, a bunch of Dan Ige. He's got wins over some really, really, really good guys, man. And I think that this is a freaking huge step up for Topuria. We know Topuria, man. Yeah, he's got excellent boxing. He's got really good power in both hands. He's throwing bombs. He's fast. He's got good offensive and defensive wrestling. He's a high-level black belt, but I don't think he's going to get to use that. I don't think he's out wrestling Josh Emmitt. He's got a black belt, though. Like I said, 8 submission wins. He looked really good against Bryce Mitchell, but that was more of beating him up and standing up and then finally getting that submission later when Bryce was just beat up and kind of gassed out. But he's got fast hands with serious power in that right hand. Jai Herbert will tell you that. Damon Jackson will tell you that, man. He gets guys up against the cage and he knocks them out cold. Powerful calf kicks, strong top control, strong ground and pound, super tough dude. Cardio, I'm not sure about, but he is a very tough dude. He is a very durable dude. You've seen Jai Herbert kick his head off. I mean, he literally kicked his head off. And then he was beating him up, standing up. That's what gives me a little pause because, like, first off, Ilia Topuria is a grappler, man. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He started off a grappler, and his boxing and his striking's getting better, and he's a mean dude. But he hasn't fought and beat anybody, dude. Who has he fought and beat? Zalal Youssef, Damon Jackson, who did he just beat? Bryce Mitchell, but like, dude, Bryce Mitchell's like a top 15 guy. Like, he's not even like the best fighter wrestler. Like, he's not even better wrestler than Ivalov in the division. Josh Emmitt, to me, is going to have the boxing advantage. Josh Emmitt's going to have the wrestling advantage. He's going to have the experience advantage. He's durable as hell. The only time he's been finished by strikes was to Jeremy Stevens, who caught him with the crazy strike. But Jeremy Stevens used to knock everybody out if he caught him with that big strike. This is going to be such a good fight. I'm old school, man. I'm going with Josh Emmitt here. I actually think Josh Emmitt has better boxing. I watched Ilia Topuria against Bryce Mitchell, and he would be over swinging and actually just punching the cage, man, going over. And Bryce Mitchell actually landed a couple decent shots in that fight. And if he overswings or comes in for the kill against Josh Emmitt and makes any mistake, Josh Emmitt will knock him dead, dude. And not only that, but Josh Emmitt can go 5 hard rounds. We just seen that 2 fights ago with Calvin Kattar. Them dudes had a war, and that wasn't even a year ago. And Josh Emmitt went 5 hard rounds. We never seen Ilia Topuria outside round 3. And if you think that he's just going to come out and knock out Josh Emmitt, I think that's crazy, man. Give me Josh Emmitt. I don't know if he does it by knockout. I don't know if he does it by decision when Ilia Topuria gasses out in that 3rd round for throwing bombs and missing and not getting the finish like he's used to. But give me Josh Emmitt, man. This is super disrespectful. He's still good. All he did was got beat by Yair. He dropped Yair. He was so close to KO and Yair and winning that fight, and then he'd be the Intercontinental or he'd be the interim champion. And then like him versus Topuria would be a pick-em. I don't understand this line. I don't understand this line. All the values on Josh Emmitt. Josh Emmitt, I'm picking Josh Emmitt based on that value. If this was a pick-em, maybe it'd be different, but I still wouldn't even be like, I think Josh Emmitt wins this fight, man. So that's my breakdown. I really appreciate you guys hanging out, man, getting these bets, getting these picks. This is going to be 5 winning weeks in a row. We're going to make some really good bets. We're going to make some really good money. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on Twitter. I'll be posting bets all week. If you want them earlier than that, man, hit the Patreon. $10. You already know I'll win, so you're gonna get your money back. But you're gonna beat more than that $10 in line movement every week. You're gonna beat a lot of stuff, get a lot of extras. So appreciate you if you support the channel, man. But everybody, I appreciate you checking this out. Please hit that like, subscribe, and drop a comment, and I will see you guys later.